Hello, Leo. I'm Jen with Timeline Tarot, and these are your predictions for October 2025. I apologize for getting this reading out so late, but I've had a lot going on personally, and I just wanted to be in a better frame of mind before doing the monthly reading. So I do apologize for the delay, but here we are. I've set the intention of this reading to be for Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements. So if you have Leo in any of those placements, odds are there's a message in this reading for you today. Also, keep in mind, Leo, this is a collective general reading. It is not individualized nor personalized to you. Messages may come through today that do not fully resonate. And if that happens, don't get upset. It just means that one message is meant for someone else watching. So take what fits, how it fits, and leave what doesn't. With all of that said, let's dive into your message. Tapping into the Leo collective now for October 2025. What does Leo need to know for October 2025? For Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus. What do they need to know for October 2025? Let's get one more shuffle here. Thank you. In the heart of your spread, my dear, we have the Hierophant. In the top row, you have the Four of Cups, you have the Knight of Wands, and you have the King of Pentacles. Flanking the Hierophant, you have the Page of Cups, you have the Four of Swords, and in the bottom row, you have the Fool, you have the Chariot, and you have the Sun. Bottom of the deck, little sneak peek now into November. Can't believe we're saying November, but here we have Temperance, Eight of Wands, Six of Wands, and that leaves the Knight of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. Okay, let's clarify this a bit more. I'm going to take a sip of my tea. Sorry, weather's changing here in New Jersey, in the United States of America, and starting to affect my voice, so apologize for the scratchiness. Okay, we're going to clarify your cards and this message with the After Tarot deck. Images are a bit different on this deck, as are the meanings, so I'll give them to you as necessary for your reading. But right now, I just want to get them on the table for you. Okay, for Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus. For October 2025, Seven of Cups just wanted to show itself. We'll see if that card wants to come back out. Let's clarify these cards in this message further. We're clarifying Four of Cups, Knight of Wands, King of Pentacles, Page of Cups, the Hierophant, Four of Swords, the Fool, the Chariot, and the Sun. For Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements for October 2025. We're going to get one more shuffle here. Okay, thank you. The Four of Cups is being clarified by the Three of Pentacles. The Knight of Wands is clarified by the Queen of Pentacles. The King of Pentacles is clarified by the Two of Wands. Page of Cups clarified by Four of Swords. The Hierophant clarified by the Magician. The Four of Swords clarified by Justice. I have a couple of repeating cards here. The Fool clarified by the Eight of Wands, which we have in November. The Chariot clarified by the Two of Pentacles. The Sun clarified by the Seven of Swords. Bottom of the deck, sneak peek into November. Three of Wands, Six of Pentacles. There's that King of Pentacles again to the Star. All right, let's see where we're going with this message. In the heart of your spread, this is your overall general feeling for the month of October 2025. Hierophant to the Magician. I don't know what you're manifesting here, but you wholeheartedly believe that this is what you want. So you're manifesting the job, because in a career and finance reading, the Hierophant would be the corporation or entity that you work for. So some of you are manifesting the dream job or the job you've always wanted, or to be able to break through into some kind of industry or something like that. For others of you, you are trying to manifest long-term commitment, whether that's in your platonic connections or your romantic ones. You wholeheartedly believe that this is what you want, that this is going to be different for all of you, but you are actively engaged in manifesting it. So you're not just hoping and praying, you are putting in, the resources required to make it a reality. So if you need a job, you're not just sitting there on your hands going, okay, I hope and pray I get a job today. No, you're writing out those resumes, you're filling out those applications, you're making the phone calls, you're showing up on time to the interviews, you're doing the post-interview phone calls, and you're not giving up until you get the job you want or the type of job you want. There's a lot of persistence here, and I will achieve this. I will accomplish this. I'm not just going to hope and pray for it. I'm going to actively work towards making this a reality. And every single day, I'm going to believe that this is possible, even if for some reason today it doesn't become my reality. I know that as long as I stay persistent and I keep showing up and I keep co-creating with the divine, I know that it will become a reality. Very, very Leo, high-vibing Leo energy here, even though neither one of these cards are Leo energy, but that's the feeling, like really in your power. You're starting off the month, Four of Cups to the Three of Pentacles. I feel like there's been situation, environment, or connection in your life that just hasn't panned out or isn't panning out the way you thought it would. And there's this feeling of rejection, or this feeling of hopelessness, or this feeling of neglect, or emotional abandonment, or just an overall dissatisfaction here with something in your life. However, with the Three of Pentacles, they're clarifying it. I feel like you're okay. I don't feel like you are sitting in a pit of despair. I don't think you're feeling sorry for yourself. I think you're acknowledging this feeling. I think you're acknowledging where you're not 100% happy in your life, but I think you're consistently showing up. You're still watering the plants and, walking the dog and taking care of the kids, or just nurturing yourself. You're still showing up to work. You're still collaborating with people to the best of your ability, but there is this underlining feeling of not feeling exactly 100% in some area of your life, and that might be the area that you're trying to work on to manifest or to turn around for yourself. We'll see where we go with the message. But that's the overwhelming feeling. Not 100% happy, but I'm still going to show up and give it my all. Knight of Wands to the Queen of Pentacles. I don't know why, but I get this feeling here that you have someone in your life that you would like to have this Hierophant type of level connection, but they're not consistent enough, or they're not invested like you are. So it's like the job that calls you in for the interview, but then they don't call you back. You thought you did really well. You thought that you showed up in best form. You thought the job was yours, right? Like in the After Tarot deck, the Queen of Pentacles is holding that pentacle. So it was like, God damn it, like I thought I had that job, right? They seemed very interested in me, and yet they're kind of flaking out here, not calling me back in the Knight of Wands energy. Or I went on that date. I thought we hit it off. I really thought that I found the one, right? Again, because she's holding up that pentacle there, but it's like they were inconsistent, or something reminded me of an ex, or maybe they blatantly told you they weren't interested in a long-term connection. I could be speaking to a Leo where, you're writing a book or something like that. And again, it's like, even though it hasn't been picked up by a publisher, I'm going to keep working. And I then connect with this publisher, and I really think that they're going to take the book and run with it and publish it. But they're kind of giving me like the runaround. So there's something here that's leaving you feeling emotionally discontent. And it has to do with the unavailability or inconsistency of another energy in your life. And again, I don't know, for some of you it's career and finance, for others of you it's love and romance, but there's something here that's inconsistent in your life. And I feel like you would really like to make it work with that person or that company, but it's just not coming together. But even though that's not coming together, I love this feeling of, but I'm still not giving up on this. Okay, it didn't work out with that company or that publisher. I'm going to try again with someone else. Okay, that date didn't go over well, but I'm not going to give up on love, or I'm not going to give up on the idea of long-term commitment or long-term stability. The next set of cards we have is the Two of Wands and the King of Pentacles. I feel like this is what you're looking for. Like in the After Tarot deck, the Two of Wands is an individual who's contemplating moving forward, but they have someone by their side. And I think that's what you're looking for. You're looking for a partnership, again, whether that's in career and finance, love and romance, or just in your platonic connections. You're looking for someone who's solid and sturdy, the way you are. The Queen of Pentacles, whether you're masculine or feminine, is looking for their counterpart. I'm looking for the job who's going to show up and be rock solid and stable the way I am. I'm looking for the partner who's going to show up and be rock solid and steady the way I am. I think you're willing to move forward with an offer opportunity, but only if they present themselves as the King or Queen of Pentacles. I don't think you're interested in a knight or princess, of wands. That seems to be the no-go. And I think that's what had you feeling this way to begin with, was the inconsistent or avoidant behavior of someone. So you're looking for the real deal, whatever that is for you. Flanking the Hierophant to the Magician, you have the Page of Cups and the Four of Swords. I do think that there's some sort of opportunity here for you. And I don't know, again, career and finance, love and romance. There's an opportunity that comes in, but you're not rushing. It's almost like you need to sit on it. I need to think about this. I don't know if I want to move on this. I don't know if I want to say yes. I don't know if I should accept this offer to go out. I don't know if I should accept the job. Where maybe in the past you would have run towards the opportunity. Now, because of this person or these people that you've dealt with in the past that were like inconsistent, avoidant, emotionally unavailable, gave you the runaround. Now when an opportunity comes in, you're way more discerning. This is a big pause with that Four of Swords energy. Like, I really got to contemplate if I want to move forward with this. And flanking the other side of the Hierophant to the Magician is Justice to the Four of Swords. Again, the Four of Swords is carried over. So it's almost like you don't have an immediate answer for this offer or opportunity or communication. It's almost like I really have to contemplate what is the right thing for me. So I really wanted a job with this company. I didn't get it with that company, but I have a job offer coming in now for another company. But I'm not sure if I want that. I don't, maybe I want to keep looking. That's the feeling here. The feeling is maybe in the past I would have run towards the first person to offer me a job. I would have said yes. I would have run towards the first person to ask me out on a date. I would have, immediately texted back the person who sent me a text. This is kind of like, oh, okay. Oh, it's you again? Or, oh, it's you? Oh, that's nice. I had to think about it. I had to think about it. I have to make sure that it aligns with what I want for myself and my vision and what I'm trying to create for my life. Big grown-up energy here for you. And then you have the Fool to the Eight of Wands. I feel like you are willing to take a risk or take a chance or take a leap of faith and move forward with an opportunity, provided that it is consistent with what you want. I don't think you're looking for subpar and then, and we've all been there, right? Where we date someone and and I'll just give you an example. Like I had this experience many, many years ago where I was interested in a life partner, right? I got to that place in my life where I'd like to find someone to settle down with. And I went through a series of people that I dated that they were all the Knight of Wands. They look good, smell good, give them, sometimes they make you feel good too. And I always thought back then, well, I could change them. We get trapped in that. Like, well, if I date them enough, they'll like me and they'll want to spend the rest of their life with me and they'll fall in love with me. And then what I realized was, I don't want the Knight of Wands. I'm looking for a King of Pentacles, right? That's the marrying king. That's the, I will settle down with you and build a life with you king. And so I feel like you would be open to moving forward with someone or with an opportunity, but it needs to align to what you want for yourself. I don't think you're looking to like mold or shape a King of Wands opportunity or a Knight of Wands opportunity into a King of Pentacles. I think you're done with the, I can change it, I can mold it. Okay, I got offered the job, but it's not exactly what I want. But in time, they'll give me that promotion or give me that raise. No, no, I don't feel like that's what you're doing anymore. You have the Cherry and the Two of Pentacles. Again, I'm willing to move forward as long as it's fair and balanced, as long as there's equal reciprocity. And the only equal reciprocity that comes is from two individuals who are each holding a pentacle. The Queen of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles are the only two in tarot out of the court cards that are holding pentacles. And I think that's what you're looking for. I'll take the job if it's exactly what I want or close to it. I'm not going to just take a job to have a job is the feeling. I would just, rather stay at the job that I'm at. So if you are looking to like change jobs or enter a new industry or something like that, it has to be equal to what you have if it's good or better. I don't think you're looking for anything worse. And I don't think you're looking to, I don't know why. I don't think you're looking to mold or shape or change anything to become what you want it to be. You're just looking for what you want. That's the only thing. You're like laser focused, so goal orientated in the month of October. And you have the Sun to the Seven of Swords. Yeah, you're looking for happiness. 10 of Cups and 10 of Pentacles. And any type of Knight of Wands, opportunity, information, communication, offer, date, etc., etc. I don't think you're interested in falling for that trap again. Because in the After Tarot deck, the Seven of Swords, the person's almost stepping into the trap again. Like they're being caught. And so I feel like for a lot of you, that offer opportunity that comes in, I think you're a no. Because the longer you sit on it and think about it, the more you're realizing it's not solid and sturdy. It's not aligned with what I want or what I'm trying to create for myself now and in the future. It's flaky. I would have to mother it. I would have to change it. I would have to take a big gamble to invest in it. And odds are, because it reminds me of something from the past, it probably is going to end up being exactly like some past pattern. And I don't think you're interested in that. And I think that's sort of what's illuminated to you here this month is where maybe in the past you would have run towards an offer, an opportunity with the mindset of I can eventually change it or change them or something like that. This is like, no, I'm not falling for that trick again. You're either the real deal or you're not. And you're either the real deal up front or you're not. And that's the feeling that I get here. So looking into November, I mean, you're looking good. You're solid. You're steady. You've got the Knight of Pentacles. You have the Ace of Cups. You have the Three of Wands. You're moving forward. You're very methodical. You have your eye on that prize, on that goal, on that dream. Whatever it is here that you want in the Hierophant energy, you're not settling for less. Right behind the Three of Wands is the King of Pentacles. So I feel like it's worth the wait. It's worth the wait. It's worth deciding right now what it is that you want and not settling for less and not thinking that you can change anything or anyone to become what you want. They have to show up in the same form of what you want. They need to be aligned with who you are and what you want for your life and what you want for your future. And so, yeah, I don't think that Knight of Wands is going to like stand a chance with you anymore. You have Temperance, you have the Eight of Wands, and you have the Six of Wands. Very assuredly moving into the future. I know, and again, I go back to that feeling. I might not get my manifestation today, but I know if I stick to it and I stay aligned to it and I continue to dedicate myself to it, I know it will come in. And I'm not going to settle for less. And whoa, geez, look what we have there. There's another deck where what do we have? We have the King of freaking Pentacles again. I'm sorry, this was the King of Cups. Oh, paired with the Knight and Page of Pentacles. What you have, what you want comes in. It might not come in the month of October. It might not come from the person you wanted it to come or the company you wanted it to come from. But it is coming in and it is matching your energy. We have the King of Pentacles here again in the After Tarot deck. You have the Star, wish fulfillment, Three of Wands. That Three of Wands is just loving you because you had it here as well. Three of Wands. Three of Wands, Six of Pentacles, and the King of Pentacles. Look where you're walking away from. In the After Tarot deck, like in the original Rider-Waite-Smith Tarot deck, we have the Merchant. They're giving it to people like the beggars. And in the After Tarot deck, the one individual, which is you, is walking away. I'm not settling for less than what I want. I am waiting for my King of Pentacles. I'm willing to move forward with that solid and steady job offer, living situation, friend, familial connection, love partner, but I'm not going to try to shape and mold and change them into what I need them to be and want them to be. They either show up in that form or I'm not interested. That's seems to be your message here in the month of October. And I think the longer you stay committed to this, it might take a little bit for it to come in, but when it comes in, it comes in and you open up your heart or you open up your life to it. I see you embracing it in the future. But first, your main message here is figure out what that Hierophant is for you and start to actively work on it and don't settle for less. I think that's your message here. I think you're deciding I'm not going to settle for less anymore. Even if I have to go it alone for a little bit, even if it takes another 2 or 3 weeks to land that job, or maybe it takes me a while to get out there and find true friends, a true network of people that, you know, I want to connect with. I'm not dealing with the Knight of Wands or, you know, Prince, Princess of Wands anymore. I think your days of trying to mold or shape people into what you need them to be are over. You have an abundance mindset. You're severing vows. I told you. And then you've got a windfall of abundance. Look how it all comes in. So it's abundance mindset. This is what I want. I'm not settling for less. I'm not going to buy a box of Cracker Jacks, just saying, and pretend that it's a 4-course, you know, lobster and steak meal. I'm not doing that. I'm not settling for the box of Cracker Jacks anymore. I want the whole thing. I want the 4-course meal. That's what I'm not snacking anymore. I think your days of snacking are over. You want the real deal. And you are severing vows. Yeah. I think you're walking away from settling for less or, again, accepting less and trying to shape it into something that it's just not intended to be. And with that is going to come in this windfall of abundance. What you want is coming. Again, it's not coming in the month of October, but I think you know that. That's why you're passing up whatever this offer opportunity here is. Because I think you know there's something or someone better waiting for you as you get into November. And you're right. You're absolutely right. There is. Big moves here. I've been reading for you now for a year and a half. This is big. One card here for that top row. Middle row. Last row. Okay. Top row. Increased awareness. Deeper connection to self. Trusting your inner voice. That's what you're doing here. You're trusting yourself. I don't want to, every time I get into a Knight of Wands situation or connection, it leaves me feeling in the 4 cups. And I still have to get up and take care of my responsibilities and show up, but I'm doing it from such like an emotionally depleted place. I would rather be alone is a feeling. I would rather be alone than continue to engage with that or that type of person. And then you have prayer and contemplation, connect with heaven, ask and you shall receive. Ask and you shall receive. As above, so below. Ask and you shall receive. Yes, once you sever that that, you know, connection back there, or severing the tie to those types of connections. And then you have inner strength, moving back to wholeness, recognizing that you've had the power all along. My God, this is like Dorothy at the end of The Wizard of Oz when she clicks her heels and it's like, oh shit, had the power all along. Yes, Leo, you had the power all along. All you had to do was decide what you wanted and stick to that. Even if it means you got to go it alone for a little bit. Just stick to that, because what you want does eventually come in. And it's solid and it's steady and it's success. 2 cards here for the top row. I'm telling you, you're severing that connection. False person. Final two cards here for the final row. Got a couple of cards. I will take them for you. You have a wealthy man and you have the marriage card on its side, because I think that's what you're looking for, right? Wealthy man is like the King of Pentacles, and you're willing to walk away or no longer accept these flighty connections. Again, it could be in career and finance as well, but you want to work for a stable company, not, you know, someone who's on the precipice of filing, you know, bankruptcy, and you're going to be out of a job 2 weeks from now. You want structure, you want stability. And I think that's all you are accepting, because you've learned in the past, when you accepted that Knight of Wands offer, proposal, proposition, job, it was false. They, you know, they made it sound good. They made the job sound good. They made their ability to show up as a partner sound good. But at the end of the day, they never became the King of Pentacles in career and finance or love and romance. They were a false person, and it ended up being bad for your health, because you existed in the 4 of Cups because of them, and still had to show up and water the plants and walk the dog and tend to your other responsibilities. So I think this is what you are removing from your life. I'm not sure if you're actually ending a connection. I don't see that here. This just seems to be more of like, I don't want to ever return to that or accept that type of individual or behavior or type of workplace again. And a lot of cards fell out here. You have unexpected income, adjudication, occupation, house, and great fortune. I think you've learned, this is a big karmic lesson. When you change this idea, this concept of yours of, oh, I could take a shitty job and turn it into something wonderful. Oh, I could take an inconsistent Knight of Wands and eventually turn them into the King of Pentacles. When you stop doing that and you realize, I can't keep doing that, all I'm attracting is false people, false opportunities, it's bad for my health, that's when unexpected good karma comes your way. I feel like you're clearing some type of pattern here, or I don't know, karmic pattern, something like that. Unexpectedly, the good stuff comes in. Occupation, for some of you, very well could do, this could have to do with work, but I think this is more like you have worked on yourself. You've worked on yourself, you become more structured, more stable, and because of that, now you have great fortune. What you want is coming in. Again, it's not coming in the month of October, but you shifting your mindset and not accepting less and staying very dedicated. That Hierophant energy is like rooted in concrete. You're not going to change my mind. I'm not going to suddenly fall for the Knight of Wands or accept a position that I already know will lead to nowhere career-wise. No, if you stay very resolute to that, you dedicate yourself to that, it ends up coming in quite unexpectedly. So that's what I have for you for the month of October 2025. If you like those messages, they resonated with you, you want to claim all or part of them, please be sure to click like, share, and subscribe. And until I read for you again, I'm wishing you light, love, and peace.